Hi, sixth graders. So you have just learned that there are 5 types of evidence for argument paragraphs, speeches, research, or persuasive things where you are really trying to prove your point. It's important to back it up by evidence. So the 5 types, we have personal experience, logical reason, confirmed facts, statistics, and expert research. So today, our job is to identify the claim that the author is proving to be true in an argument paragraph, and then also identify the pieces of supporting evidence. You have to have evidence to support your claim. Otherwise, it's just an opinion and it's not backed up by anything with real merit. So here we go. I have a paragraph. Let's read it together, and then we're going to identify the claim. It says, year-round school improves students' academic achievement. Because students have multiple breaks throughout the year, they experience less academic burnout. They have frequent opportunities to refresh and restart their learning experience. Year-round schools have lower dropout rates, 2%, than traditional schools, which are 5%. In addition, one study of 6 elementary schools, 3 on traditional calendars and 3 on year-round calendars, found positive effects on year-round education. The sample of students in the year-round schools posted overall test scores that were higher than the students at the schools with traditional calendars. Not only do students at year-round schools do better throughout the year, but they also retain more of their knowledge and skills over the summer. I myself forgot fewer of my math skills over the summer because my summer break was so short, thanks to year-round school. The experts agree. A review of 39 studies confirmed summertime learning loss in students who attend schools with traditional calendars. Test scores drop over the summer test scores drop over summer vacation. So there we go. I need to identify the claim. If I wrote this argument paragraph, what am I, as the author, claiming to be true? I'm going to go ahead and select my highlighter here, and we are going to highlight the text so we can identify the claim. So right here, year-round school improves student academic achievement. If you thought that this first sentence is the claim, you are correct. This is what the author is claiming to be true. Year-round school improves students' academic achievement. Well, how do we know? So let's take a look at a couple of the sentences and see if we can identify which of the 5 types of evidence we are seeing. How about this first sentence? Because students have multiple breaks throughout the year, they experience less academic burnout. Well, it seems logical, and I don't see anything in parentheses here that tells me it's coming from another source. So not a website or a book or a magazine, not an interview that I have sat down and had with somebody. It's not mentioning anybody's name. So I would say that's probably a logical reason because I can't tell if this is a personal experience from the author or not. So I would say this is a logical reason. And I'm just going to make notes on here, kind of annotating my text. This does not mean that it's part of my paragraph that I want my audience to read. It just means that I'm identifying the evidence that goes with the text, with the claim. So I have one logical reason now. Let's look at the next sentence. They have frequent opportunities to refresh and restart their learning experience. Year-round schools have lower dropout rates than traditional schools. So I'm seeing some statistics because I see percentages here, and that's coming from another source, statisticsbrain.com. So I'm going to go back to this sentence. They have frequent opportunities to refresh and restart their learning experience. So that again also sounds like a logical reason. Knowing the research that I've done from year-round schools, the articles I've read, I know the calendar and how they cycle, going to school for a couple months, maybe getting a 2-week break in October, and then again going for a little bit longer, getting an extended Christmas break. So because I've done my homework on year-round calendars, I can say, and I have some experience with that when I was a teacher at another school with a year-round calendar, I would say that's another logical reason. So I'm just going to label that here so I don't forget. Okay, now I'm seeing two types of evidence, or two pieces of evidence. They are the same, but two pieces of evidence that are now backing up the claim. Then the next one, we said we started seeing statistics, and they came from a website, statisticbrain.com. So, what type of evidence is this? A personal experience, a logical reason, confirmed fact, statistic, or expert research? Well, statisticbrain.com gives out statistics. They are numbers that prove or disprove what I'm trying to say, depending on how I'm using it. So this proves my claim. So I'm going to put in here, this is a statistic. I'm going to label that. I use a different color highlighter just so I can see the variety of evidence that was used. So statistics, we'll make those that peach color. In addition, one study of 6 elementary schools, 3 on traditional and 3 on year-round schedules, found positive effects of year-round education. So right there, the author's just giving me information leading into the next thing. So I don't need to do anything with that one. The sample of students in the year-round schools posted overall test scores that were higher than the students at the schools with traditional calendars. This part did come from Education Week. And that is as far as I know, maybe a confirmed fact based on their research, or maybe it's expert research. Until I go into that article, I might not be able to see exactly. But from experience, I know that Education Week is usually written by professionals who are in the education field. So teachers, principals, people who have experience in education. So I'm going to say those are typically the experts when we're talking about school. So I'm going to call this expert research. And I know that Education Week is a reliable source. They usually have some pretty good people writing their articles and doing their research. And if we look at those articles, we can tell that. So I'm going to make this one purple. That's a new type of evidence that we're seeing. Now the author has included 3 types of evidence. That's pretty great. Not only do students at year-round schools do better throughout the year, but they also retain more knowledge and skills over the summer. I myself forgot fewer of my math skills over the summer because summer break was so short thanks to year-round school. So if I'm the author and I'm saying I myself forgot my own math skills, I'm giving an example from my life. So that would be a personal experience. I'm going to go ahead and label that personal experience. Now we have 4 types of evidence that we've seen so far. I'm going to highlight that a different color here. Maybe this teal color. And then it says the experts agree. So this is kind of like a transition, a segue into telling the readers, I'm about to give you information from an expert. A review of 39 studies confirmed summertime learning loss in students who attended school with traditional calendars. Test scores drop over summer vacation. Cooper et al. This was a series of authors who helped write this article. And so when we say Cooper et al., this is the first person that they list, and then et al. Means there's a whole bunch of other people who chipped in on writing this article. And so it is from some expert research. If you look at the article specifically, they will tell you their credentials and you know that they're reliable sources. So this is my expert statement here. I'm going to put this as expert research. Oops, let's fix that spelling. Research, and I'm going to make this a different color so I can see that there are multiple types of evidence included. Let's make this one kind of an orangish color. Okay, so notice not only do we have multiple pieces of evidence to support the claim, the author said year-round schools improve students' academic achievement. They gave 2 logical reasons, 1 statistic, and a personal experience, and 2 expert research pieces of evidence there. So that's quite a bit of information that supports the claim. I think that's pretty sufficient. Now I want to take a look at the types that were used in here and the order. Notice that logical reasons and statistics are first, then expert research, then mix in a little more personal experience, and then expert research again at the end. I'm wondering if you think the order of introducing these types of evidence in your argument paragraph matter. Does it matter what order they go in, or can you put any of these 5 types in any order? Will it make a difference? Hopefully, you've had a couple seconds to think about that, or you can hit the pause button if you would like to think about it a little longer. And I would say, from a teacher perspective or a reader's perspective, if somebody's trying to persuade me of something, I might be a little bit convinced if they have some good logical reasons that make sense, if they have some personal experience where it proves their claim. I might believe in that a little bit, but numbers and facts and information from experts are going to resonate a little stronger than somebody's personal experience and opinions. So I think as long as you mix in a little bit of everything and then leave your readers with something really strong from the experts, I think you'll be okay. So for me, the answer is it doesn't really matter which order you put them in. But I think you do need to leave your readers with a very strong piece of evidence at the end, either a confirmed fact, a statistic, or expert research that really drives home your point and your claim. So there we go. We have found a claim today, and we have found multiple pieces of evidence that support the claim. When you do your writings, your claim will be your first sentence as well, and then all of your other sentences in your paragraph support and hold up your claim. So try to use a mixture of all 5 types and leave your readers with something strong at the end. Okay, you guys, good luck.